Hey everybody, Andrew Reynolds from FindYourFuels.com once again here to help. Today's question is, how do I make more money at my current job? Well, let's first of all think about, once again, breaking this down very simply. If you're asking me how to influence your boss to take more money out of his or her own pocket and give it to you, that's a very difficult conversation unless we understand what the transaction is that's going on here. And whether you're salary or hourly, by and large, somewhere along the lines is an exchange of hours for time. And I bring that up because one of the first points I'd like you to think about is almost like you incorporated. Stop thinking about yourself as an employee and start thinking about yourself as a business, or more specifically, a product. We're trading our hours for dollars. We're trading all the experience, all the things we bring to the table, and we're asking for money in return. So that's the first thing that we really need to think of. Let's think of ourselves as a product. And as a product, our second process here is, how do we make our money? Do we basically help lots of people for a little bit of money? That's one way to make more money. Increase the amount of people that you serve. But if you're locked into one place or one group, you really need to ask yourself, how much more can I serve these people? Because the only way, in all reality, at its most simple level, if you want to make more money, you have to help more. You have to bring more value to the table. So if you're already locked into a building and locked into a similar group of people, the chances are by the time your job was even created, let alone filled, they already kind of knew what position you serve on the team, how you help the bottom line, and how valuable that is to them. So the chances for you to make the people that you already serve more happy is always going to be a lot less than trying to find more people that you can help. Now, unfortunately, if you're at a salary position or if you're at a full-time position, your hours are kind of already tapped out. So that's one thing to consider. The very situation you've placed yourself in might be limiting your ability to make more money. And in that thought of being able to help people, either help more people with the same amount of service that you bring, or help the people that you already help more, you really need to think about the value of what you bring, especially to, let's just go for you working already in an organization, because the question is, how do I make more money at my current job? So basically think of the value. Depending upon your organization, you can have 2 or 3 or 4 similar businesses within a geographic area, all serving the same customers, all approaching business from roughly the same approach, but they can value things very differently. For instance, let's say years ago I worked at a hotel, and there were many other hotels in our area. And it was easy to see as you met people from different hotels that one hotel might prefer their front desk a lot more. They might put their value and their investment in customer service because they believed if the customer service, all things being considered, all things running generally well, if our customer service is super high, we'll exceed all of our competition. However, on the other side, you might have another hotel that really values their sales team, and they might invest more heavily in their salespeople to make sure that they're well-dressed and put together and well-trained, because these are the people who are going to be the face of our company. Another hotel might pride themselves on the building and their maintenance workers and their servers. The service personnel might be the highest of all of their value, because they say if our building is fantastic, that's what people will really deal with. So even in just that one specific sector, you can see that the value for different kinds of people in the organization will be different, and you need to ask yourself, and as much as you can, try to be that neutral third party. Look at your own position within the function of your organization and say, one, is this a very valuable position? Do they think a lot rises and falls based upon this department doing well? And two, if the end result is roughly no, then you might kind of keep your eye open for other opportunities. I'm not saying jump ship at the drop of a hat, but if in the long term you really want to be in this industry for a while, your return on investment for this particular stock or this customer of yours, if you are you incorporated as we started off with, if this is the only customer that you have and they don't pay very much for this, you might just find a different customer. So that's one possibility that you can do. Once again, not only thinking of yourself as trading hours for dollars or as a product, but thinking of yourself in terms of that return on the investment, Are you able to serve more people with the work you already do and then increase your income? Or can you take the, not as likely but still possible, can you take the current surroundings that you have and add more value to get more value? And finally, once again, is there a way that I can see if the value that I bring to my current organization is valued more at a different organization? I'm not saying you're going to burst into your manager's office and say, hey, those folks over there are paying more, so you better pony up or I'm out of here. That would be last case scenario. But it's a very healthy thing, because as you balance these three different parts, you'll be able to get a better understanding of if it's even possible to make more money at your current job. But if you do find yourself where there's some wiggle room where you can add more value, these three steps, thinking of yourself as an incorporation, as a business yourself, thinking in terms of who can I help more, how can I help more within the current structure, or how can I find more people to help, and once again, within my current structure, is what I do as valued as it is in other places. So I hope that's of help. Keep tuning in, keep submitting questions, add any comments to the comments below, and please subscribe if you find this valuable, which I hope you do. Thank you so much.